Welcome to Tech to Go from Lincoln Park Library. This week we're going to have a Chinese Lotus lantern project in our to-go kits that you can come into the library, pick up, take home, and do at home. And you can watch this video if you need help with the instructions, although the instructions will be included in your bag. So it's just a light up lantern made out of tissue paper, wire, and a battery operated candle. Your kit will include tissue paper, wire, and your light up candle. You will need to provide glue, stick glue or white glue, and scissors, and possibly wire cutters. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be making a lotus flower lantern. First, we're going to start by making the petals. In your kit you will have wires. You're going to want to straighten the wire out. Bend it in half, pinching the top portion to make the tip of your petal. And then you're just going to want to angle it, slide your hand down there, and that'll curve that up real nice. Twist off the end. Now you're going to want to just nip off any excess, because we don't need all that extra wire on there. And you have your petal frame. After you have your petal frame, you're going to need to cover it with tissue paper. You're going to want to kind of measure your tissue paper. And then you're going to just want to round off the edges, because you don't want all that extra stuff on your petal. It's just going to make it thicker and hard for the light to get through. Once you have your tissue paper and the edges cut off, you're going to use some glue, and you're going to just glue up the sides. Now, stick glue works really well, or you can use white glue. I would recommend pouring the white glue into a washable container, adding a little bit of water to just liquefy it a little more, and then using a paintbrush to paint it around the outsides. Once you have your glue on your tissue paper, you're going to bring it up and over the edges of your petal to cover the wire and make your petals. Okay. And there you have your petal. You'll need to make 3 rows of 4 petals, so you're going to need 12 of these total. After you have all of your petals made, you're going to want to make your base. So you're going to take the last wire and you're going to make a base. Now you want it to be at least as big as your teacup light, but we want it to be a little bit larger than that, just a little over that size. But measure it out. Twist the ends together, and then cut off the excess. Okay. And then you're going to take your last piece of tissue paper, and we're just going to glue that over the edge. You can trim your tissue paper up if you want, but you don't really need this see-through element of that. So we're just going to put that on there, and we're just going to let that be nice and thick and give it a good base. Okay. Once you have your base, you're going to start gluing your petals. You want to start with the smallest. Each of these petals are going to be approximately the same size, but if you have any that came out just a shade smaller than the rest of them, you can start with those. And those we're going to glue on fairly flat. So we're going to take our glue, and again, you can use a stick glue or you can use a paintbrush with some watered down white glue, and we're going to glue those to the base. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to want to start building our flower. So we're going to take the next layer and we're going to just bend it and shape it a little bit. What we're going to do, we're going to put some more glue down, a little bit of glue back here, and we're going to put them in between the ones we just put down. So we're going to do that with the next 4 petals. Between. And you can kind of push your wiring down a little bit if it starts sticking up. There. Next we're going to do our final layer. We're going to bend our petals. I'm going to put some glue on the sides in between the second layer of petals. And we're going to put those again in between the petals that we've just put on. One. Just bend it into shape a little bit. Don't worry too much about bending it into shape though, because you can always bend them later after you've got them all affixed on there. And shape them or reshape them. Now, you just want to take something and just kind of bend those wires down. And there you go. Once that dries better, you can do more shaping of the, you can pull them out, push them in more. have more of an open petal or a closed petal. And then you take your light, which is part of your kit, and you can put it in the center there, and you have your Lotus lantern. Thank you. Have a great day.